Hey, Danny Boyle here, founder of Songwriters International, where we help songwriters develop their craft to go on and sustain a career within music. Now today, I'm going to be sharing songwriting tips that I wish I had knew earlier, specifically for beginner songwriters. Okay? Now if you're not a beginner songwriter, you might still find some value in this video, because I'm sure there'll be things in there that you're not aware of. But this is specifically for those songwriters who are just starting out or have just started out over the past few months. So can't wait to dive into this stuff and for you to start writing some really, really good songs. So there might have been a point in your career to this day where you have suffered writer's block. Okay, writer's block where you hit a point in your song and you basically get blocked. You can't get any further, you don't know where to go, and you end up more than likely leaving the song, not finishing it, and maybe saying I'll come back to it tomorrow, but you never do. Okay, so writer's block is a nightmare. What is the way that I recommend for you to combat this? Figure out what you want to say, okay? The reason you hit writer's block is because you don't know what you want to say. So what if we just identified the point before we started writing the song? So what I recommend you to do, number one, is plan out your song. Okay, one more time. Plan out your song. Why? Because if you plan out your song, you plan out the journey of how you're going to get from point A to point B, which is A being the start of the song and B being the finishing point. If you map that out, you know what you're going to say and how you're going to get there, how the story is going to progress, at what point you're saying different things, and it's going to save so much time, rather than starting with lyrics or melody or guitar and just singing and hoping that something's going to happen, because that's why you hit writer's block, because you don't know what you want to say. My tip number two is to simplify the process with two things. Okay, let's just forget about production, let's forget about rhyming, let's forget about chord progressions, let's forget about structure, let's forget about vocals, mixing, and let's throw all that at the side for a moment. Let's focus on the two key areas. Number one, melody. Why melody? Because it's a hook. If we want a hook in our song, we have to do it via melody. And the second thing is lyrics. If we want a story in our song, it comes via the lyrics. Those two things. If you don't have a hook, you're going to struggle. If you don't have a story, you're going to struggle. All of those things that I mentioned before, structure, chord progressions, rhyming, mixing, mastering, production, vocals, are all bonuses. They're all thoughts that you can think about in the writing process, but focus on the key areas, the things that are really going to move your song along. And what I always say is, if you have a catchy, repetitive, hooky melody alongside a storytelling lyric, then you are 60 to 70% of the way there. And that's on the way to writing a really good song. Because there are the two key ingredients that I look for in a song. This is what I tell all of our students that come through our process. Those two things are crucial. Please don't overlook them. Don't worry about chord progressions at this moment. Don't worry about rhyming or structure. Those are all things we can think about once we have defined some really key important aspects of our song, melody and lyrics. And then my final tip is collaboration. Okay, now if you're collaborating already, awesome, do even more of it. If you're not collaborating at all at this moment, then you need to put yourself in collaboration. Now, what I recommend is kind of the sweet spot is between 4 to 8 writing sessions per month. Okay, so that's at least 1 a week or 2 per week writing sessions. They can be with the same people or same person, or they can be with different people. But with the capability of things like Zoom, Skype, Google Meet, all these kind of programs and softwares that we have access to literally Zoom somebody on the other side of the planet, that means there's no excuse for you to not be collaborating with other people, okay? Because collaboration is single-handedly one of the most important things you need to be doing as a songwriter to network, to improve your craft, and you know what, just build some friendships, which is really exciting. People you can go to to work with, but also have that connection and friendship with. Collaboration is key. Again, that's what I tell all of our students, and if you're not collaborating or you're not collaborating frequently enough, then you need to be doing more of it. So just to recap, I've said here, plan out your songs so you avoid writer's block and any other issues like you might be experiencing, like not finishing songs. Secondly, just simplify your writing process. Lyrics and melody, 2 key ingredients of any song. And finally, number 3, collaboration. Collaboration is key to help you, your craft, and also, like I said before, just to build some friendships up. Now, in the description below, we've got a free training where I give more tips, tricks, and techniques and take a deep dive into the songwriting process as a whole. So if you want to watch that, go ahead and sign up below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this, and drop a comment below for any other videos that you might like to see. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. I've been Danny Boyle here, founder of Songwriters International, and I will see you over on another video.